Alright, what's up guys? Poison here. Hands-free, I have my phone on my tripod. Today's another episode of Poison Thoughts, and I'm gonna turn this back on. Thought it would make so much noise, but no. So today's another episode of Poison Thoughts. Now, I didn't intend on making this video today. Today is actually Thursday, June 9th. I had no intentions to making this video until I read something my friend shared, and she shared it, and I agree with her. It was a Trump thing, I'm not gonna talk about Trump, but it was basically a guy like, oh yeah, Bernie supporters want $15 an hour even though they don't deserve it, essentially. But Trump supporters want $15 an hour, but they want to work for it. Now, I agree. Yes, $15 an hour sounds nice. But for me, who's starting out a job, $15 an hour isn't really like something I'm expecting. I'm expecting like $10 an hour. But one part that pissed me off so bad, and I've been told this in real life too. I don't know if you call it a stereotype, a myth, or stupidity. I want to make this video so we could put this shit to rest, so we could kill it forever. This is the most retarded thing ever. It's essentially, oh, you don't own a pair of work boots? You must not work, or you don't deserve $15 an hour, or whatever. Or you don't use work boots during work? It's like, you don't deserve the money you're getting, blah, blah, blah. Now, first off, this will sound kind of douchey, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about my wages. So, I worked 2 weeks ago, 30 hours over the weekend, in the blazing hot sun, where work boots would have been meh, there's no point in wearing work boots out there. So I wore my Vans, because I needed something comfortable and something I can stand in. So, Vans were the option to go. Now, I essentially made minimum wage. I asked stupid and I asked a few friends, and I'm playing Borderlands right now, so sorry. Yeah, I asked a few friends before I worked. I'm like, hey, stupid question, how much did you guys make when you first started working? And they told me, they're like, oh, I made about, like, X amount, I made, like, 400, 500 a month, working, like, every day. And I'm like, oh, okay, is that normal? They're like, yeah, that's about normal, 400, 500 a month for starting job. I'm like, okay, thank you. Now, I essentially made that in 3 days. So, let that sink in. Not to sound douchey, but yeah, I made minimum wage within 3 days. But, the whole thing of, oh, you don't own a pair of work boots? It's like, dude, seriously? Seriously. I don't wear work boots, so I'm not a man, is essentially what you're saying. You're saying I'm not a man because I don't wear work boots, or I don't own a pair. Okay, I don't see how wearing a certain shoe has anything to do with what I make, but hey, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe, I'm not gonna talk shit. What I am saying, though, is I don't see the point in wearing work boots if I don't need them, honestly. It's pointless. There's no point in me wearing them. How was I going to say? So, I've actually been told this, honestly. When I worked Super Bowl weekend, which I've already talked about before, I was told, oh, you don't have work boots? Why'd you make $900 if you don't own a pair of work boots? You didn't work that much. I worked from 6 in the morning till midnight, both days. Actually, technically the last day of Super Bowl weekend, Sunday, I worked from 6 in the morning, technically while still on the clock, till 2 in the morning. So my $900 was well-deserved, trust me. But I don't see why people, and this is the previous generation, before us teenagers. This is like the generation before us. It's like, apparently just because I don't own a pair of work boots, I'm not a man, I don't deserve the money I'm making. Here's the thing. I live in Sacramento. I live in North Highlands. I live in the middle of the fucking city. There's country out here, maybe 20 minutes away, maybe 15, 20 minutes away, There is country out here. The thing is, I don't live in Elk Grove. I don't live in Rio Linda. I don't live out in the country. I have no point in work boots. Seriously. Like, there's no point in me wearing work boots or owning a pair of work boots, I live in the city, I'm not saying I wouldn't work at, like, a supermarket. If I were to get a job, I'd work anywhere, honestly. Except for with children. I fucking hate children. Don't think I've ever talked about that. I fucking hate children. But yeah, I live in the city. A job I would have would be working at, like, the mall, at, like, a supermarket, stuff like that. Where, hey, guess what? Work boots aren't fucking required. And it'd be a little overkill to wear work boots, If I'm gonna be standing all day, I'm gonna be wearing shoes that are comfortable. I'm not gonna be wearing fucking shoes that are gonna hurt. Like, work boots are heavy fucking shoes. As I'm pretty sure most of you viewers of mine are probably adults. If not, you're probably teenagers or kids. Which, hey, let me tell you, you don't need work boots to work. If you don't own a pair of work boots, it doesn't make you less of a man, honestly. It's fucking stupid, seriously. And this topic just ticks me off. Because like I said, I have been fucking I've had people legitimately come up to me and say, oh, you must not be a man because you don't wear work boots. And that's a stupid argument. Like, really, what I wear determines who I am. I'm wearing an inverted cross. Let's see if you can see this. So we're going to turn the camera this way. I'm wearing a Japanese schoolgirl tied upside down on a cross. You know, what am I? Am I like a Japanese schoolgirl tied to an inverted cross? Like, no. I like how the camera shake too by accident. No. Your clothing doesn't determine who you are or what you are. You know, I wear a lot of clothes that people will be like, oh, that's Satanist. It's satanic clothing. I can guarantee you, if I were to go into my closet, I'm 100% positive because I saw it this morning. The second shirt is my Attila 666 Party with the Devil Bitch shirt. Now, I might do a Poison Thoughts on religion later. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Now, just because I wear clothes like that doesn't mean, you know, I'm satanic or whatever. 2 years ago, I was a little, like, confused, sort of been like, oh yeah, Satanism, yeah! No, not anymore. Honestly, I'll fully admit it. No, I'm not like that anymore. But, you know, I got judged a lot. And it's just because, you know, clothes that I wear. It's like, really? So, I wear just a certain style, and you're gonna assume something of me. You're gonna assume I'm less of a man, is what you're basically saying. And, back to the whole work boots. I even put this on my friend's status when I commented. I said, so you're telling me people who work in an office building, who don't wear work boots, are, you know, less of a man or don't deserve how much they make? Clearly, these people went to school to achieve a job in an office, honestly. An or an air-conditioned office making 15 plus an hour. They don't wear work boots. Do they deserve less money? Are they less of a man? No. It's just an old stereotype that when fucking shit was rougher, where, oh, you need work boots to be a man. I have stretched ears. People call me gay all the time, honestly. My family is all like, oh, you're fucking gay. Like, I've literally been told that by my family. Do I fucking care? Here's the funny thing about stretched ears, actually. A long time ago, Aztecs and Mayans used to have their ears stretched, too. And these guys were fucking warriors, ripping out people's hearts, sometimes eating them, mostly sacrificing them to the sun god. You wouldn't have went up to one of these guys. Oh, your ears are stretched, you're gay. Another thing, when the Aztecs and Mayans had their ears stretched, the bigger your ears were stretched, the higher up you were in society, if you guys didn't know that. I didn't know that until 2 years ago when I started stretching my ears. I just looked up stretched ears in history. And yeah, Aztecs and Mayans, you know, the bigger their ears were stretched, the bigger they were in society. You know, like, richer or whatever. And it's just like, people stereotype so much. Especially on that fucking, oh, you don't wear boots, you're less of a man. Like I'm saying, I don't live out in the country. I have no point in wearing work boots. I'm making what minimum wage people make in a month. I make that within a weekend. Not to be douchey, I'm just saying, you know. And I feel I work harder than most of the people who, you know, do work in, like, not work in the field, who work every month. Or work every day of the month. I feel I deserve what I make. Honestly, my job isn't the hardest, but it's also not the easiest. My job requires you to be able to be on your feet all day. Walking around, you know, and being vigilant. Like I said, I'm a security guard. I also do parking enforcement. I'm not supposed to be here, fuck. Sorry, like I said, I'm playing Borderlands, and it's like, wait, I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. You know, just because I fucking dress a certain way doesn't make me less of a man or more of a man, honestly. It's just a stupid stereotype that needs to die off from the previous generation. That's honestly what I'm going to keep coming back to. It's the past generation that thought, oh, you know, back when shit was tough, actually, I'm not going to lie. When shit was tougher, like, when people were out in the country all the time, then yes, you know, yes, they need work boots. But I live, once again, in the city where work boots are essentially retarded. Like, oh shit. You know, I'm not saying if you own work boots you're retarded. I'm just saying for me to own work boots would be stupid. There'd be no point in it. I wouldn't have a use for them. You know, I'm not working out in the country. If I lived with my family in Patterson, then yes, I wouldn't need work boots. Because I'd probably be there helping my grandpa on his farm. But at the current moment, it's not needed, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Poison Thoughts. I'm just saying, that old stereotype of, oh, you don't have work boots, you don't deserve how much you make, you're less of a man. That whole stigma needs to fucking die, honestly. Because I get reminded of it daily. Like, not me personally, but I'm saying, I do see a lot of things like that all the time. It's like, really? Just because someone dresses a certain way, they're less of a man. Dude, I know people who dress in skinny jeans who could beat someone's ass no problem, honestly. That's all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have an awesome day. Bye.